You had a great point on the call yesterday. This is why Taylor Swift women fucking love. Because she seemingly doesn't put up with the shitty guy. She'll break up with you. She'll write a song, make all the money, but speak to you guys and your frustrations.
Because she's more comfortable being lonely, I guess, or the perception is she is.
Because she's financially independent. There is an incentive to date the guy who can, maybe he's not the most thoughtful, but he can pay for a meal because maybe I can get out of this girl boss rat race. Like, that would be great. And Taylor can leave the guy because she's not in it.
What's the girl boss rat race?
Well, just
because I feel like girls are leaving this shit at, like, the girl boss thing was hot 5 years ago, and I feel like that thing is dying.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a lie that was sold to us.
Shift in social media. It's like the whole trad wife.
Yeah, trad wife.
Like super like into like raising your children, cooking for them.
Yeah, God forbid.
Homestead. Get some chickens. Raw milk.
Everything from scratch. Everything's shifting.
Yeah, why do you guys think that is?
Trump.
The boy.
Oh, wait. Y'all are blaming your own shift in mindset on Trump?
I'm not. I think it was a lie because it was like,
Into the mic.
You
know, we have more of these, but it's really fun that they are all sharing.
women have to share.
Go on.
It's like we were told that you could like girl boss and not have to like, be the Mad Men wife at home. But all of a sudden now we have to do both. No one's planning your dinner reservations or taking care of you.
So this is interesting.
Also, girls don't date down.
Well, I want to get to that in a second. But this is interesting about the girl boss idea. So maybe there's a little part of them they're going, okay, if I go to work, I make that money.
Yeah, then you don't have to be with the loser.
Yeah, well, no, you don't have to be with the loser for sure. But then you assume that the guy would also pick up some of the slack.
Oh yeah,
right. And then you found out that we won't.
Right.
And now you're like, why am I working?
Yeah, like I'll do all the thoughtful shit. I don't need
But you're not going to work as well.
Yeah, I don't want to work as well.
Yeah.
Give me home or give me office. I don't want to do both. And I think now people are having to do both.
Did we decide this like a million years ago or something like that? Like,
full circle.
Full circle, yeah.
To that point.
Biologically, we haven't changed.
But to that point, would you rather work, you got a guy maybe makes maybe a lot less money than you, but does all the thoughtful shit, or you do the thoughtful shit and they work? Which would you rather?
They do the thoughtful shit and they work. I mean, I'm
right there. No, that's the truth.
That's the truth. That's the real truth. Yeah.
It depends how good their job is, honestly. Like, I think if they're like really high up, then like, great, I'll do the thoughtful shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think most people probably want to like be in love and have someone do the thoughtful stuff.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So if the guy has like a really important job where it's very time consuming, you'll do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll do all the home stuff. If you're
I'm just gonna let you know right now,
everything's paid for.
You're saying that
I would
until you guys get comfortable, and then that shit goes out the
I'll tell you right now, I don't want that.
No, we know. we know that. We know.
Why do we even call Tanya? Tanya, you should be sitting on this side.
Seriously, call Doug or replace Tanya and you'll get better answers.
No, I think that you start to get comfortable, and
Yeah, but the money comes with control also, which is the part that I don't like.
Yeah, that is bad.
If they have...
How do we have control?
If you're paying for everything, paying for the house...
We're married. There's no prenup.
Until you start cheating, and then there's a divorce, and then the woman's stuck with nothing. And
Nothing?
They have to rely... Well, that's how you signed a prenup.
I didn't have a prenup.
Not you specifically. I'm talking about the world.
You're saying what I should have done.
You should have. And then, because, I mean, this was my biggest resentment in Montreal of girls my generation.
Yo, Tanya getting it off her chest.
Yeah, she needed this.
This is therapy. This is therapy.
Talk.
It's like our mothers all went through the same thing. They didn't work. The second they started a family, they didn't work. The husbands made all the money. The husbands are going off on business trips. They're fucking around. They're cheating. Women want to get divorced. And then the women are stuck with nothing. And they still, even after divorced, have to rely on the husband to provide whatever they choose as like alimony, right?
So, and to be fair, I've heard this saying that makes a lot of sense. The courts are not in the collections business. So even if they award you half, the husband could just not pay. There's not really much you could do. Which I think is fair to bring up. There's no like the court's not going to come after you. They not really.
Was that true?
No,
they do a little bit.
If you have a child,
Mike.
and that's why you want to have a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between
Don't add bullshit on that.
That's why you gotta have a kid. Apparently.
Talking from the hip,
She's
Jewish. Hold on. So if you trap them, if you baby trap them, gotta go. Gotta go. You gotta let.
You're both doing a
You
good job.
gotta let women talk. Stop silencing them.
Is I'm the only one of color on this side?
Yes.
Not on this side.
Yeah. Okay, go.
Is,
Well, Tanya's something.
well, like,
Yeah.
Tanya's from Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's part African.
like kids who have divorced parents, like my best friend, her mom got alimony and got child support. The courts will go after the dad if they don't pay.
Yeah.
If you have a child, and they'll take away your passport so you can't travel.
What do you guys think of alimony as a concept?
Fantastic.
That shit is a criminal enterprise.
I don't love it. I don't mind you get half.
I do. Wait, listen to this argument
Half,
against
half, sure, but alimony?
It depends who files for divorce.
Isn't that what alimony essentially is?
No.
Matters who files for
Half is what we got now.
One at a time. Go.
You take half of what we got now in a divorce, especially if we got kids. Yeah, absolutely. Child support, even if we got kids, okay.
Of course.
Alimony.
You need to do that.
That's your fault.
What happened?
No, but hold on. Andrew, wait, this is a good question for Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're successful.
It's a dangerous question for Andrew.
You're
but I think
successful
meant
when you
to say.
met Emma. You made X amount.
Yep.
Right, and now you're significantly more successful than then.
Yeah.
And you have a baby, and you prefer that she stays at home with the baby because that's how you want
That's
your
an
child.
assumption.
No, that's what I'm saying. Assuming that that's what happens.
That's not true.
It's not true? Because a lot of fathers actually prefer that the mother raises the kid.
So it was I was very specific about this. Like with Emma, she got her MBA. She was, doing AI projects for Apple. Like she was killing it. And this was her choice. So I said, you have to want to do this.
Okay,
Like
fine.
it's not going to be my decision because if you don't like it, I don't want you to ever resent me for
Yeah,
it.
fair.
So this has to be your decision. If anytime you want to go back to work, obviously, like I grew up in a family where both parents worked. Now, was I supportive of it? 1,000%. Like the person I trust more than anything in the world is going to be the one looking after my daughter. Like, yeah, that's the ideal scenario of the world. But I'm not going to restrict her 100%.
Right, but hypothetically, there are
If there are
families-
guys that go, you can't work, I need to
Or
get the baby.
Sometimes they prefer it for family purposes.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you actually do the math, it almost becomes more expensive to hire nannies and everything than the mother's salary.
Yeah.
At that moment in time. So she quits her job, she stays at home, and then let's say if she decides to go back to work eventually after you've had 3 kids, whatever, she's now 10 years behind in her career versus where she would have been.
Yeah.
So then that's where the growth of when you got married versus where you are now comes into play, which is not fair to just get, let's say, half of when you started.
So this is the way I look at these things. That's a good point. I think it's a great, more nuanced point. I think that there's a certain number where we don't need to worry about alimony. So let's say, for example, you have $20 million between the two of you. You guys get divorced. 10 and 10. You'll figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
You don't need alimony as
that's
well.
100%.
But that's not how the law looks at it. The law looks at it, you split it 50-50, and you have to maintain her lifestyle. Whatever her lifestyle was with you have to maintain it.
Well, she's a bitch.
It's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's the law's fault, right? And these laws are kind of antiquated because they're built around a time where women weren't, girl bosses. They weren't making all this money, and they wanted to protect women because they literally couldn't get a job to support the family.
Also, most people don't have 20 mil when they get divorced.
Exactly. Right, so I'm just saying there needs to be a little bit more nuance with it.
But usually the way the judge looks at it, I'm pretty sure, is to maintain the same lifestyle as when you were married. So it's if you were buying your wife a Chanel every year,
You should have stayed married.
you shouldn't have bought her a Chanel every year in the first place.
No. You should have. But this lifestyle with us being married, for example, I got to maintain your lifestyle with us being married, but you don't got to come and cook me dinner every night. That's my own.
That's the Chris Rock joke. Pussy payments.
No, but I don't want pussy. I want dinner.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I want the clothes. washed and folded. Like if I have to pay you to maintain your lifestyle, you should
I
still do the
completely agree
things
with
that
that.
maintain my lifestyle.
Yeah,
I agree
you
with that.
made a choice, or we made a choice when we got divorced. This lifestyle is fundamentally different because of just one of you. And I think if women understood where some of this like red pill movement is rooted in this, like this idea is crazy. Let's say Andrew's 20 million, and most guys who are complaining about this won't make that kind of money. But 20 million, whatever job losses you have, valid they may be, is more than offset by the 10 million you just got.
That I
if you can't make that work,
100%
that's on
agree
you.
with.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
That
I think
100%
that's
agree with.
essentially the point. But I agree with you that in circumstances where people are both, like one person is a teacher, for example, and the other person is staying home with the kids. Like, obviously, you can't let that person go back to this career that they haven't done 10 years. They have no way of making money, and now the kids are going to also suffer. So I get that point as well. There just needs to be a little bit more nuance, and I think they just put like, what is it, the fucking Bill of Rights
Yeah.
down. And
Precedent was set, and now we can't break from precedent.